Are you tired of blaming others for your miserable existence? Well, you're in luck. Today, we're nestled comfortably in the absurd yet surprisingly plush therapy session, where the walls are lined with self-help books that promise to fix your life in 10 easy steps, none of which involve blaming your cat for your lack of social skills. Here, in this laughably over-decorated room, we meet our host, Elmer, who's about to shake the very foundations of your emotional scapegoating. Elmer, with a twinkle in his eye that could either be wisdom or the onset of madness, leans forward in his ludicrously grand therapist chair. "My dear friends," he begins, his voice dripping with a mix of empathy and mockery. "Have you ever considered that your feelings, yes, those tricky little devils, might actually be your own doing? Shocking, I know." He gestures wildly to the motivational posters behind him, featuring cats hanging from tree limbs captioned, "Hang in there," because clearly if a cat can handle stress, so can you. Welcome, emotionally unstable viewers. Let's embark on a journey of self-blame and laughable personal growth. My dog didn't wag his tail when I got home, and now I'm depressed. Clearly it's the dog's fault. Ah, the blame game. A sport we all seem to excel in without even trying. Today, we're diving headfirst into the laughable circus of blaming everyone and everything but ourselves for our emotions. Let's meet Jerry. Jerry blames his coffee machine for his morning grumpiness. "It's too slow," he cries, as if those extra 2 minutes give the universe a reason to conspire against his mood. And then there's Linda, who swears her cat's indifferent stares are the reason she feels unloved. "If only Mr. Whiskers would cuddle more," she laments, as if the cat has a degree in human psychology. Now, don't forget about Sarah. Her story is a classic. She blames the Wi-Fi for her loneliness. "If only my internet were faster, I could connect with more people," she sighs, staring at her router as if it's the gatekeeper of human connection. But wait, there's more. We have Tom, whose entire day fell apart because his favourite parking spot was taken. "It's like the universe is telling me I shouldn't have gotten out of bed today," Tom exclaims, shaking his fist at the innocent Honda that dared occupy his sacred space. Through these delightful tales of misplaced responsibility, our beloved host Elmer chuckles and shakes his head. "Isn't it peculiar," he muses, "how we craft these narratives where inanimate objects and unsuspecting pets are orchestrating our emotional well-being?" As we watch our characters flounder in their sea of blame, Elmer points out the sheer comedy of it all. Imagine a world where your toaster decides if you're going to have a good day or not. Absurd, right? Yet, here we are, handing over our emotional reins to anything and anyone but ourselves. So, as we wrap up this segment with a knowing smile, let's remember Elmer's words. Isn't it funny how we expect everyone around us to manage our emotions? Well, newsflash, it's all on you, buddy. Embrace the absurdity and maybe, just maybe, take back the control. It's liberating, I promise. Imagine you could control everyone around you to make you feel good. Oh wait, you can't. What a tragedy. Welcome to the world of Elmer the Emotional Wizard. Here, in his mystical realm, Elmer waves a sparkly wand, hoping to cast spells that make everyone act just the way he wants. Picture this, a wave of the wand and poof, your boss suddenly loves all your ideas. Another flick and behold, your partner never forgets your anniversary. Sounds magical, doesn't it? But alas, as Elmer quickly discovers, people are not puppets, and emotions are not strings to be pulled. Each swish of his supposedly powerful wand ends not with a bang, but a whimper. His boss still critiques his reports, his partner still forgets to take out the trash, and the world stubbornly refuses to conform to his whims. As our wizard stands amidst the chaos of his failed magical attempts, it becomes hilariously clear. Trying to control others to boost your mood is about as effective as using a sieve to scoop water. It's a laughable endeavour that leaves Elmer, and potentially all of us, a bit wetter and no wiser. Through his futile efforts, Elmer teaches us a valuable lesson. The real magic lies not in controlling others, but in managing our own reactions and emotions. It's the internal alchemy of transforming frustration into acceptance, anger into understanding, and expectation into appreciation. So, next time you find yourself wishing for a magic wand to change someone else, remember Elmer's comical mishaps. Take a deep breath and focus on the only thing you truly can control, yourself. After all, the most powerful magic we have is the ability to choose our attitude in any given set of circumstances. Let's face it, folks, trying to control others is like trying to teach a fish to ride a bicycle. It's pointless and stupid. She didn't like my Instagram post, now I feel worthless. Someone console me. Ah, the melodrama of modern life, where a lack of likes can feel like a personal attack. Welcome, dear friends, to the support group for the emotionally over-invested. Take a seat on the pity couch and let's unravel the myth of emotional dependency. Here we sit, surrounded by souls tormented by unreturned texts, unread messages and the devastating "seen" with no reply. The horror. It seems that in today's world, our emotional well-being is tied up more with our Wi-Fi strength than our inner strength. Have you ever felt a sinking feeling because your witty tweet got exactly 0 retweets? Or perhaps that sinking feeling was just your phone dropping into the toilet? Either way, calamity. Let's consider for a moment the tale of Timmy. Oh, poor Timmy. Timmy once believed his happiness was directly proportional to the number of followers he had. One day, he lost 10 followers, and it felt like he lost 10 friends. He moped about it all week, ignoring the 20 real friends who were still around, probably because they didn't unfollow him in real life. Now, let's not be too harsh on Timmy. It's an easy trap to fall into, this belief that our value, our joy, our very sanity depends on others' whims. But let's face it, depending on others for your emotional sustenance is like sending a vegan to a barbecue. You might get some grilled veggies if you're lucky, but it's really not the main event. And so, as we gather here today in this circle of the overly sensitive, let's remember, every time you hinge your happiness on someone else's actions, you're giving away your power. You're handing over the control of your emotional remote to someone who probably doesn't even know how to use it properly. In conclusion, depending on others for your happiness is like depending on a cat to fetch your slippers. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. So next time you feel the urge to get upset over a social media snub, remember it's not them, it's you. Take back your remote, change the emotional channel, and maybe, just maybe, put the phone down once in a while. Take charge of your feelings. If you're sad, it's your own damn fault. Get it together, soldier. Ah, the sweet, sweet sound of accountability. Welcome to the boot camp of emotions, where the only person you can truly command is yourself. Now, you might be wondering, why so harsh? Well, sometimes a little tough love is necessary to kickstart a revolution in the heart and mind. Let's break it down, shall we? Imagine your feelings are like a platoon of unruly soldiers. If left unchecked, they'll run amok, causing chaos and destruction. But fear not. You, my friend, are the drill sergeant of your own emotional army. It's time to whip those feelings into shape. First order of business. Recognize those feelings. Yes, even the ugly ones. Anger, sadness, joy, jealousy, line them up. Acknowledge their presence. It's okay to feel, but it's not okay to let those feelings control you. Control them before they control you. Next, we're moving on to strategy. Every good drill sergeant has a plan. Start by understanding what triggers your emotional responses. Is it stress? Is it fear? Or perhaps it's that old photo of you at the high school prom. Whatever it is, identify it. Knowing your enemy is half the battle won. Now here comes the fun part, maneuvering. Learn to pivot. Feel the surge of anger. Take a deep breath, count to 10, do 20 push-ups or scribble in a journal. Transform that energy into something productive, something that doesn't involve flipping the dinner table. And remember, this is a solo mission. Don't expect others to save you from your own emotional battleground. They've got their own wars to fight, so march on, brave soldier. With every step, with every breath, take command. You are the ruler of your emotional realm. Shape it, mold it, and yes, sometimes scold it. Your feelings are your responsibility. Own them, mold them, and stop whining about everyone else. So the next time you feel like blaming someone else for your crappy day, remember, it's all on you. Ah, what a whimsical journey we've undertaken today. From blaming poor Fido for not wagging his tail, to fantasizing about being emotional puppet masters with our wizardly wands. We've seen it all. The absurdity of expecting our pets, partners, and even social media to carry the burden of our emotional well-being. Remember when we donned the drill sergeant hat? Oh, the joys of yelling at our own reflection to get a grip. It turns out the only person who can truly manage your feelings is you. Shocking, isn't it? It's like finding out that water is wet or that fire is hot. Embrace the chaos, harness the power of self-accountability, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that the person in the mirror is your greatest ally. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and take some responsibility, or don't. Just remember, it's your fault either way. Like, subscribe, and comment below on how much you hated this video, or loved it. Either way, it's your feeling to deal with. We've had quite the rollicking ride today, haven't we? From blaming poor Fido to commanding our own emotional battleships. Remember, taking charge of your feelings is not just empowering, it's hilariously essential. So what will it be? Will you take the reins, or shall the world keep spinning your emotional roulette? No animals were blamed for human feelings in the making of this video, except the dog. Sorry, Fido. Check out more of our videos where we tell you why your problems are your fault. Indulge in a delightful array of satirical self-help guides, where each thumbnail is more exaggerated than the last. Why stop learning when there's so much more self-blame to embrace? Dive into a treasure trove of laughter and ludicrous life lessons that await your click. It's all about taking charge, even if it's just of your next video choice. See you next time, Emotional Rex.